interview with the guest, Baba Sam Shelley. Today our guest name is so today I'm going to do interview with Baba Sam Shelley and Baba Sam Shelley and sorry, he's our guest, today's guest, and he's very special guest. I really love to know interview him. So let's start. First of all, thank you so much, Baba Sam Shelley, for joining us today. Your story of transformation healing is truly inspiring. We are grateful for the wisdom and hope you shine, and hope you share with the world. Thank you so much for coming here. I'm really happy to start the interview. Thank you so much. First of all, can you please give an introduction?
Yeah, hi, Mashka. It's great to meet you. It's great to be here today. Yeah, basically, I was a very sick and disabled man for nearly 40 years. I lost the ability to walk from multiple sclerosis. I also had bipolar disorder, psoriasis, arthritis, migraines. I had many, many health issues. Today, I no longer have any health issues. I stopped taking my mind, these thoughts, as my source of truth, and I healed. So I help people heal today. That's really my focus, is clearing out this mental garbage so people can heal and live the life they want to live, to enjoy life.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. I'm really happy to hear your introduction. So, my first question is that what's the meaning of Baba Sam Shelley?
Yeah, it's just that's my given name was Sam Shelley, but Baba basically is a spiritual teacher. So basically, I'm just reminding people who they are beyond their mind, their body, that deeper essence within all of us. That light, that spark, that divine spark within all of us. So Baba is basically a spiritual teacher.
Oh, that's good to hear that Baba is a special teacher. Thank you so much for sharing with me. My next question is that what inspired you to call yourself the Miracle Man?
Yeah, so I was given that nickname after I wrote my first book, and everybody heard my story. That usually don't hear people walking away from like multiple sclerosis, bipolar, migraines. That they really see this as a medical miracle, but in truth, there are no real miracles. The miracles are natural. They just happen when a mind can't explain that. When we get the mind out of the way, the body comes back into balance. And if the mind can't explain it, then it's a miracle. A miracle is basically something the mind cannot understand, but miracles are natural when the mind isn't interfering, and we are just that divine spark.
That's really good. Thank you so much. I really enjoy your answer. And now my next question is that how did your healing journey begin?
Yeah, so for my healing journey, I was never really on a healing journey per se. I was very sick, disabled. I thought I was incurable. I didn't think I could be fixed. So I never attempted to heal myself. I simply read that meditation brings inner peace. I'm like, oh, I need some inner peace. I'm really stressed. I'm overwhelmed with life. It's just life was very difficult. So I just found meditation just to relax and find some peace. But through this meditation process I did, and it was a very simple meditation of just sitting there relaxing, then I realized I had thoughts, but I wasn't my thoughts. And this was a huge realization for me to understand I wasn't my thoughts, my beliefs, my opinions. So if I wasn't my thoughts, then I asked that question, well, if I'm not my thoughts, then who am I? I had no idea of soul, spirit, consciousness, source, universe. I had no concept of that. So I didn't know who I was. But then 2 weeks later, I heard a voice say perfect spirit. I'm like, that's it. My spirit is perfect. Your spirit is perfect. Everyone watching this, your spirit is perfect and it's trying to lead you the way forward. So when I knew myself as perfect spirit, I just knew all was well and I knew my health challenges were over. I just had that certainty that my health challenges were over. And I just trusted the spirit within all of us to do the healing.
Oh wow, that's really amazing answer. I really love it. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing with me. So now my next question is that when you look back at your own life, what surprises you love most?
Yeah, the surprise is really the big surprise of life is how I was taking my thoughts as truth, and life was really difficult, and you could say really just difficult and challenging. That there was no real enjoyment in life when you're in sick and you're in pain. It's hard to enjoy life. So now that I have this healthy body, it's just like, I'm alive. Life is beautiful, and just keeping it really simple and just allowing life to unfold as it needs to unfold, that there's no mistakes in life, that we're having all these experiences to help us remember who we are.
Sorry, that was sorry to take time. Sorry, that's really great answer. Thank you so much for sharing with me. So my next question is: did you ever imagine you would live without um, illness?
No, I never could see myself because I was sick for nearly 40 years. I never could see myself healthy. My health challenges began at age 6 when I was hit by a car. So from age 6 to nearly, you know, 38 years of that pain and suffering at that point. So 44 years, and until age 44, I was really sick and disabled. And now I'm healthy for the last, 13 plus years. And it's really miraculous that no more health challenges. It's just over. Just to realize I'm spirit and everyone is spirit. If we get that mind out of the way, then everything is possible.
That's interesting. Thank you so much for sharing with me. I really love your answers. How good your answers are. Thank you so much. My next question is that did you ever yes, my next question is that what yeah was there a single moment yeah a single aha moment that started you healing?
Yeah, there was a single moment. That's that moment that I realized I have thoughts, but I'm not my thoughts. This is a huge realization for me. So most people are taking their thoughts as a source of truth. And I always believed my thoughts as well. I nearly killed myself twice in my 20s because I thought life was too hard, too difficult. All these mental stories that I was taking as true. But really, it's just mental stories. It's not truth. The truth is within us, it's not in our stories.
Okay, that's really good. Thank you. Great. Thank you so much for sharing with me. My next question is that how did you feel first when you realized you were truly healed?
Yeah, so I knew I was healed when I heard that voice say perfect spirit. Because when I heard that voice, I was sitting with that question of who am I? Then I just heard this voice say perfect spirit. Then I just felt this great sense of peace come over me. And I knew all was well. And I knew all my health challenges were over. And I just trusted that they were indeed over. Even though the body still had issues, the body recovered over the next year. And then there's no more health ailments today. That from a sick, damaged body to repaired body took a little time, but it was rather quickly 14 months for the body to recover. So it was rather quick.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. I really love your answers. My next question is that what was the first joyful thing you did after healing?
Yeah, so it's really interesting. One of the first videos I did after my healing, and my first YouTube video was me juggling. Here I was, previously had MS, no coordination of the left side of the body. The left side of the body is pretty much useless. So the first thing I did after my healing journey was like, oh, let's see if I can juggle. And I could juggle. So it was kind of interesting. My first video on YouTube is me juggling.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing with me. My next question is that how did you? Yeah, so my question is that hmm, how did you first feel when you yeah, my question is that if your past life could see you now, so what it should see?
Yeah, so right now it just seems really surreal to look at my life because I was disabled for so long and now I'm healthy. And that's why I wrote my first book, I Don't Dwell. I give that away on my website now. It really shares my journey because people were asking me, well, what did you do? What did you do? So I wrote about it in my first book, I Don't Dwell. That I was no longer dwelling in thoughts. I stopped taking my thoughts as a source of truth. And I talked about all the simple practices I did to recover the body. And it was nothing I figured out. It was just naturally coming to me from within.
That's really amazing answer. My next question is that what did illness teach you that health never could?
Yeah, so illness, we have to understand with illness, is just basically something to get your attention that something is wrong within the body. So there's no mistakes in life. So if you're sick, you're ill. There's a reason for this, and the reason may not be apparent. For me, my reason was to discover who I truly am. When I discovered my essence, the health issues went away. That's what it was there for me, was to remind me of my truth of who I am. And other individuals may have different reasons why they're sick or life isn't going well, that nothing happens by mistake. If we're dealing with sickness, poverty, whatever it may be, there is a reason for it. For we're here for our spiritual evolution, our spiritual growth. And it's just to understand there's no mistakes in the universe. The mind simply doesn't understand what's really going on at a deeper level.
That's such a great answer. Thank you so much. So now my next question is that did any doctor ever ask you how you healed?
Yeah, so I had a bunch of doctors when I was sick. So I made one last doctor appointment. This is my neurologist for multiple sclerosis. So like, well, before I see this doctor, I want to go get my MRI scans. I want to get my blood work. I want to get all the testing done. So when I see him and I'm healthy, let's just see what he has to say. So I saw him. He's like, well, your scans are clean. Your blood work is better than mine. Let's do a physical exam. He did a physical exam. All he saw was a non-specific hand tremor that everyone has. Then it was his last appointment of the day. So he questioned me for 45 minutes trying to quantify what I did. And basically, what I did was I stopped taking my mind as a source of truth. And he didn't understand it. It was that simple. And that really started my journey, was not believing the mind as my source of truth.
That's really a great answer. Thank you so much. Next, yeah, so that's really a great answer. My next question with you is that how did your family react to your transformation?
Oh, they were shocked. You see somebody that's sick for nearly 40 years, then suddenly they're healthy in a relatively quick time. It really defies logic. So, like I said earlier, when something defies logic, they call it a miracle. But in truth, there are no miracles. That life matches our frequency, our vibration, our essence. So it's just a matter of getting rid of all the stuff that no longer serves us. And for me, it was all these toxic thoughts and beliefs I had.
That's such a great answer. Thank you so much. Now my question is that, do you believe every person carries their own core?
Yeah, so within everyone is a perfect spirit. We're all made in the image and likeness of God. So we're all this power is within us connected to the infinite creator. But the only thing that's getting in the way is a sense of separation, these mental thoughts of separation, these beliefs, these opinions that are taking out of the state of unity. So my goal is to get rid of that head trash, these thoughts, this negativity that doesn't support us, and really help you remember that you are perfect spirit and that all things are possible. We can defy the odds. We can beat the odds when we stop listening to these thoughts as truth. So that's my goal today as a healer. And healer begins when you stop taking this mind as your truth and you just remember, I'm perfect spirit. The body just needs a little help right now. Body can take care of itself. I just got to get my mind out of the way and just listen to myself. What is best for you is best for you.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. That's really great answer, Sachin. I really love your answers. My question is that, what is the biggest myth about healing?
The biggest myth about healing is that you're incurable, you're not fixable, you'll have this forever. We have to understand a diagnosis is not destiny. A diagnosis is simply information. It's neither good nor bad, it's just information. Information where the body needs help. And what help does it need? Well, that comes from your deeper essence. It's not about figuring it out from the mind, it's about relaxing into who you are and trusting those insights. So the biggest insight for me was my diagnosis is not destiny, it's just information.
Oh wow, that's such a great answer. Thank you so much for sharing with me. Now my next question is that, is healing had a color, what would it be?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that question.
I asked that if healing I asked that if healing had a color, what should it could be?
Yeah, the color for healing that I typically see in my healing sessions is this golden energy. Is typically what I see. This golden, sometimes it's a violet energy, and it's just this essence of God, you could call it. Just this energy that comes through and just clears the body.
That's really great answer. Thank you so much. My next question with you is that, can laughter really heal the body?
Yeah, I didn't quite get who can heal the body, but the healer of the body is spirit, the soul, that which is connected to the infinite creator. And my simple job is to help you get that mind out of the way and be a conduit between this perfect spirit healing collective, I call it, and then you. And I just bring the conduit of these healing energies to this individual. And I just do these healing requests and I just get out of the way and allow healing to happen. That's really the big secret. Get out of the way and allow healing to happen.
That's good. That's a great answer. Thank you so much. So now my next question with you is that what role does silence play in recovery?
Yeah, so the role of silence is our true nature, this place of peace, of stillness, is the spirit, is the soul. It's that essence within us that is not disturbed by the human experience. That silence, that peace is who we are. And all we have is this all this mind chatter. So we need to step away from this mind chatter and just remember who we are and feel this peace, to realize we can't stop the mind from thinking. Thoughts are always going to come up, but we don't need to react. We don't need to attach to them. We can step away and see them and be the witness to those thoughts. That we can think of something, but we can see it's not real. We can say, I can see a purple elephant. Well, that's a thought, but you don't really see a purple elephant. So you're getting yourself space from that.
That's a good answer. Thank you so much. So my next question with you is that yeah, do miracles need belief to happen?
Yeah, so yeah, you're asking like, do miracles need to happen? I think what you had to say, but it's not really looking at the miracle per se. It's to realize, the universe is always trying to get your attention, because I was really locked into the space that was incurable. I had to have an experience that an author, Dr. Wayne Dyer, wrote about this, that sometimes we need a quantum shift. We need to see have something happen to change our perspective in life. For me, was somebody sitting next to me that didn't have a body when I went on a paranormal experience at ghost time. I went on ghost hunting and somebody sat next to me that wasn't there. So this was my quantum shift. So some individuals do need a quantum shift to change their perspective, to see that there's a new way forward that's beyond the mind. That's why I talk about we need to go beyond the mind, beyond the head trash, and really stepping into who we are as perfect spirit. Then life is more enjoyable when you're living as perfect spirit. You don't have all this pain, all this suffering. It still may be there in the times, but it no longer defines you.
Hmm. That's a great answer. Thank you so much. My next question with you is that is it harder to heal the mind of the body?
No, with healing, there's no level of difficulties. Healing the mind, healing the body, there is no difference. Even in the Course of Miracles, it talks about there's no degree of difficulties within miracles, and I say there's no degree of difficulties within healing. Healing can be very simple or very difficult. It's really up to the individual and how much resistance they have. Resistance is how attached are they to their thoughts, to this body, their identity, their personality, these attachments. That's what makes it difficult. But healing itself is simple. It's our attachments that make it difficult.
Lowell, so yeah, thank you so much. My next question with you is that what does a vibrant soul look like to you?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was that word that used?
I said that what does a vibrant soul look
Oh,
like to you?
yeah. So the vibrant soul, That's what I that's what I talk about. We are the vibrant soul. We get beyond these thoughts, this body, and what remains is our vibrant soul, this light from the infinite creator, that we are vibrant, we are radiant, and the only thing that's dimming our light is these thoughts and putting almost like a blanket over our light. So we need to rip off this blanket and allow our light to shine, that this is our true nature as a vibrant soul.
That's really great. Thank you so much. So my next question is that how do you celebrate being alive today?
Um, just being alive, there's no story to it. It's like I'm awake, thank you. So that's how it begins, you know, I'm awake, thank you, and just enjoying life. That we came into Earth to enjoy life, but we have all these stories, all these difficulties, and we forget that it's just an experience. It's not a permanent experience because this body does drop away someday, but our vibrant soul always remains, that we are the light that cannot be destroyed. But we get so attached to our experiences that really dims the celebration of life, but just to celebrate life for no reason.
Okay, that's really great. Thank you so much. So now my question is that do you dance, sing, or no? Now, sorry, my question is that do you dance or sing more now than or before?
Yeah, right now it's just a total enjoyment of life. There's no more mind getting in the way of enjoyment, that you really celebrate, you dance, you sing, you just enjoy life, whatever that is for you. It's just not worried about what other individuals think of you. You dance like no one's watching. You sing like no one's listening. You just enjoy for the fact of enjoyment. It doesn't matter their opinion.
Okay, so now given feedback that how was this interview?
Yeah, this was good. Yeah, it was good. Thank you. I really enjoyed speaking with you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed to interview you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me your